Shoot first, ask questions last. That's how these so-called gangsters last. Walk a block of flame. Bitch, I'm bustin' at 'em. Bitch, I'm bustin' at 'em. Bitch, I'm bustin' at 'em. Ain't no talk.
Hello everyone, this is an episode of SALSA Reviews. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yes, it's been about a 5-month hiatus, but I assure you, it has not gone to waste. I have gone on a spiritual journey to find myself, and I have the Hindu tattoo on my ass to prove it. On my journeys, I did find this very good salsa, which I think will be excellent for today's episode. So, without further ado, let's introduce it. What do we have today? We have Georgia Peach World, for the love of peaches, peach salsa. That's right. I went all the way down to Georgia, of all fucking places, just to get salsa. Right away, we can tell the label is pretty half-assed. Like, I have to admit, they just like took a sticker from the dollar store, printed on it, and just slapped it on there and just said, yep, that looks good. What's really important is that it has the pop tab on the top. So when we open it, we get a nice, satisfying... What the fuck? There we go. Nice, satisfying click. Alright, now let's see how this stuff smells. It smells like ketchup. The smell itself wouldn't do it justice, so we have to really test it. And for this, we need to go get some chips. We have Mosquito Scoop-Diddy Whoop Whoop Poop. It gives us a nice salsa.
Poop-dee scoop-dee scoop-dee whoop. Whoopie-dee scoop whoop poop.
So, let's get this on the road. Oh Jesus. That almost had a disaster. Keep going. Why am I laughing? I'm just pouring salsa for crying out loud. Alright, so let's get on with it then. Initial impressions of the salsa, it tastes like a sweet ketchup. I'm not entirely sure how that would come about, because it's obviously a peach salsa, so you'd expect it to taste like peaches, you know, with like a little bit of salsa underneath. You know, I kind of don't understand why the salsa tastes like sweet ketchup. Like the ingredients on here, it said, well, I'm gonna just read them off. Canned tomato products, salt, citric acid, calcium added, peaches, onions, sugar, bell peppers, vinegar, jalapeno peppers, calcium chloride, and citric acid added. What? And salt again, and spices. But for some reason, you put all that stuff together and you come out with just a mushy mess. You get nice chunks in there, of course. And like this one chunk I have right here, it looks like peaches, right? But if I were to eat it, I don't taste any peach at all. If I were to go all the way down to Georgia, of all states that I could visit, and spend the $3.50 to get peach salsa from like some rundown little shack on the side of a highway, I would expect to be able to taste some peach. But in this, I just taste mushy sweet ketchup. I would compare it to that one night. It's like midnight 30 on a Tuesday and you're thinking, you know what, I'm gonna crank something out. So you load up your favorite website and you find this really good thumbnail like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bust the hell from this. So you load it and you find that it's just 30 minutes of softcore. So you're half limp and you're thinking, okay, you know what, I'll work with this. You work with it and it's so lackluster that you're thinking, you know what, I could have spent this time like watching the 2-minute preview of Yellow Bang Bus. But instead, I just watched this 30-minute video of just softcore, and it's just, it really makes you question what you're doing with your life. Honestly, I don't know how long I drove for this salsa, but it's kind of lackluster. I can't seem to justify me driving all the way down to Georgia of all places. I could have gone to Massachusetts, I could have gone to Kentucky, or I could have gone to Colorado or California, but no. I decided to go all the way to Georgia to find this. Overall, it's still a pretty good salsa. Like, I get it, sure, it's not the greatest thing out there, but when I eat it, it kind of reminds me of the whole trip in general. Like, I went down there to kind of play tourist. Sure, I saw all the sites, went to all the museums, bought all the stupid merchandise like the I Heart Georgia baseball caps, and this kind of fits in there as well as like a sort of a souvenir. It's not the greatest representation of what peach salsa can be, nor is it the greatest representation of what Georgia stands for. Sure, they do pump out a lot of peaches, and that goes to all the supermarkets across the continent of the United States. But you know what? At the end of the day, all that shop was a tourist trap, and I fell for it. And you know what? That's fine. I'll still eat this stuff too, because when I eat it, I remember of the great times I had when I go down there. So I think that'll do it for this episode of Salsa Reviews, and we'll see you next time.
Hi! Welcome to another Salsa Review!
That's
Today,
what I'm looking for. I think that's good.